Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of this 30-day Living an Authentic Life Challenge. I'm hoping that you have been applying the last couple of days because that insight that you are getting, this is like building blocks. If you're clear about your purpose, it'll give you the opportunity to be more intentional with your efforts so that when change comes, you will be ready. Because a lot of us don't pay enough attention to the fact about how we can move through the process of applying the insights that we gain. I want you to know that you can get this done. It is not a problem learning how to walk through change because change is the only constant that exists in our lives. Change can be really good because you can get new experiences, different cultures, new languages, and the best thing about it all, learning some new elements about yourself. That's not something we often think about when we think about change, but that is something that can occur. Most of the time, people are dreading the thing that change is bringing to them because they are fearing the unknown. I was once told that fear is false evidence appearing real. Don't let false evidence take you out and do things that can be counterintuitive because change is not all bad. I learned from this story that I was reading about a teenager. Now, he was born at a time when kingdoms were invading under kingdoms, so he was taken away from his family. And I can just imagine during that time when you are removed from all the elements that you are familiar with your family, your friends, your culture, your lifestyle, and then thrown into an entirely new environment. The enemy comes at you like a storm in the night. There are moments when life comes at us like that as well. But for this young man, he ended up being indoctrinated to brand new elements, new cultures. But what he already brought to the table that a lot of people don't pay attention to, that we naturally bring to the table anyway, are our gifts, skills, and talents. You see, even your enemies can see when you are operating in excellence. So when he was brought to this brand new kingdom, they put him inside of school for 3 years so that he can learn more elements of their culture so that he can be a better service to them. You see, when you are an individual that operates in excellence, your enemies want to use what you have, but if you don't know your purpose, if you are not clear about who you are at the core of your being, then you don't know, and nobody else can figure it out either. Those are the parts that often cause us anxiousness when we see or think about change because we don't know. If you are sure about who you are, if you know your gifts, your skills, and your talents, the things that you bring to the table, then you can easily adjust. Now, it may not be so easy, but you are more proactive in making the adjustments that you need. And if there are things that are counterintuitive to what you know is true to your values, true to your beliefs, then you will have the confidence to stand even in the face of adversity. Because this young man had to stand. He had to stand when it didn't feel good. He had to stand when death was the sentence that was given him for operating in what he believed and standing on his values. We don't live in a day and age now where we are killed. Well, in the US, there's still some places in the world where people are killed because of their values. But in the United States, a lot of us don't end up in that space and place. But you still feel the fear. But if you're proactive about the change, that change in your life can make you put in a position. Because for this young man, he went from the bottom rung of society to ruling over an entire providence in this new kingdom. You can also be elevated by being proactive with implementing the changes that are needed to move into a better direction. That way, you can make the impact that you like. But it does require you to implement day 1 and day 2, being purposeful and intentional so that when the change comes, you're clear about your gifts, skills, and talents, and the enemy around you won't use it against you. So, day 3, change. We are going to continue this conversation and go deeper. And if you are not with me on StreamYard, then you need to be here. This is going to be very quick. We're going to close out at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And at that moment, this day's session will be done. We'll be back tomorrow, though. But if you want to continue the conversation, to get more insight about how you can implement change, make the adjustments that you need now so that you can be better later and have the impact that you desire, go to my website, tanyaehood.com. Click the registration tag, but you got to be quick because if you aren't quick, you're going to miss it. Looking forward to seeing you all in there. In the meantime, this is Tanya Ehud, walking in my purpose. And I want you to do the same.